Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News. As we get you set for the latest news, insight, and analysis as game time approaches, the BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Check out LithiaFordBoise.com to view the full inventory of vehicles, or check them out at 8853 West Fairview in Boise. Now, let's head out and join BJ Rains for the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. Welcome to the aptly named Arena Auditorium here in San Jose. BJ Rains with you, Bronco Nation News here on the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. You see Boise State, you see San Jose warming up a huge game for the Boise State men's basketball team. Let us know if you can hear us okay. And, of course, we're going to kick off the show with our friend Abe Jackson. You'll hear him over with Bob Beeler on the call in about, 15 minutes or so, 670 KBOI. And, Abe, a unique arena. We got the women's game before this. The women's game is now over. The men's game is ready to take center stage here. But a big game for Boise State here in San Jose.
I think it's the biggest one out of the last three, and that's – well, unless you're playing for that first place game against San Diego State on Tuesday, that's pretty big too. But in terms of NCAA at-large bids, what everyone's talking about every single game, I mean, this is someone who's a high net ranked team for the conference. And so this is one you have to have. You lose at home to a top 25 team in San Diego State or on the road to a really good net team in Utah State, that's not going to hurt your at-large too much. A loss here could hurt it. But I think the Broncos are going to put it together. The last three games, they've played about a B, maybe a B plus in some sections of games, and they found ways to get wins. I think they're going to put it together tonight and have a really good game.
Yeah, we were talking before the show. You feel really confident.
I feel good. Yeah, I feel good about this.
Almost oddly confident.
We're going to call you Prater. You have the negative vibes. You're not feeling it.
We love you, Prater, for watching. Boise State going with the all-black uniforms today, but a unique environment here at the Arena Auditorium.
It's one of those places where you got to create your own energy. It kind of reminds me of the preseason tournament in Myrtle Beach, where you're going to have 300 to maybe 500 people. They could have a little bit more in here, but it's a place where you have to create your own energy. You're not going to be feeding off the energy of the crowd, even if they're yelling against you. That's still energy. That still gets you going. So it's a unique place. And what's also unique is there's only a couple Broncos who have ever played in this arena, because last year this was the road game we didn't go to. And then 2 years ago during COVID, San Jose State came to Boise for those back-to-back games. So I was talking to Lucas on the plane, and I think that Max Rice and maybe Naj are the only ones, or Shaver are the only ones who've ever played in this arena.
Well, don't forget about whatever year it was where he went down to the Ability 360, the gym down there in Phoenix.
And then there's that one too.
Remember that one down there in Phoenix, because they couldn't play here, I guess, the very beginning of COVID. Played at a rec center down in the Phoenix area. So,
so it's a new experience for a lot of these guys coming in here, and it's a unique experience in the opposite way that New Mexico is a unique experience.
It is, and they had the women's game, but now the men's game. And you mentioned, I mean, it's a quad 2 game. I mean, it's not like it would be a horrible loss today, but
wouldn't be.
I mean, the first time these two teams played, tie game. A couple seconds ago, Marcus Shaver Jr. hit the big 3-pointer, but obviously San Jose in the first matchup gave them all they could handle.
They really could, and Boise State had a little bit of a tough time in that first half dealing with Diallo in the pick and roll. I think the Spartans opened up with back-to-back alley-oop dunks to their big guy inside. But what I'm confident about this Boise State team is they have such an ability to take away what the other team does best or the other team's best players. And then you can't look any further than just that New Mexico game. You have the conference's leading scorer in Mashburn Jr., and then you have a 17-point-a-game scorer in Jalen House, and they combined going 6 for 29 in that game for New Mexico. So they do a really, really good job of holding leading scorers under their total. And the Spartans team needs Omari Moore, their leading scorer, almost 20 a game in conference, to score. If he doesn't score, then this team really struggles. Nobody else is in double digits in conference other than Omari Moore.
Yeah, Omari Moore right in front of us, taking some three-pointers here. What is it about him? He's stayed and gotten better, and as he said, I think he's the fourth leading scorer in the Mountain West.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get down to the points, he's 19.4 points a game. But he's tall, he's athletic. I mean, he had probably the dunk of the year, to be honest, on the Broncos in that second conference game of the season in Boise. But he can shoot. He's just gotten a lot better, and that's what the biggest problem with San Jose is you mentioned it, is that he stayed. I mean, think about it. Quite a few years ago, they had Ryan Wellage, who transferred to Xavier. And then they also had Brandon Clark, who transferred to Gonzaga and was a first-round draft pick in the NBA. You had those two guys that were going to be juniors and seniors for the Spartans, but they just couldn't keep the talent around. This year, the talent all came back, and you can see in their wins, they're having probably their best Mountain West Conference season of all time.
Now you look at the stats. Boise State 38-3 all-time against San Jose State. Again, 38-3.
I'm one of the three.
You lost one to San Jose. Tell us about that.
So in the Big West, when we were playing, we always played Thursday, Saturday, always. Our Thursday game was at Hawaii, and our Saturday game was at San Jose. I mean, it's the closest you can get, right? I kind of want to know that year on the second games of the schedule what San Jose State's home court winning percentage was against teams, because I think I went about 1 for 12 in that game, and we got beat. So I am part of those 3 losses.
Wow, how about that? Well, 11 in a row, 38-3, 11 in a row. I mean, Boise State has dominated the series, but as we said, this is a historically good San Jose State team.
It is. I mean, they're playing for a bye in the Mountain West tournament, and so they haven't never had a bye. They've never won a Mountain West tournament game. They've never been there more than just one day in Vegas for the tournament. So they're looking to do some things that this program has never seen, and they have the talent to do it.
What do you make about Boise State, kind of where they're at right now? And we've talked a lot about what's at stake, but the way they're playing, it just doesn't seem like to me they've played that perfect game in a couple of weeks. And we talked about that last game. Maybe that means there's another level they can get to, but and today would be a good day for it.
Yeah, and I think we got a little spoiled at the beginning of the Mountain West Conference season. They were blowing teams out by 15, 20 points, 18 points at UNLV on the road. But what I like about the Broncos team is that they're getting wins when they're playing their B or B- games. Everybody can get wins if they knock down 15 threes and they play excellent defense and they play their A-plus game. But it's those teams that can find ways to win when you don't really have your best. In the last 3 games, the Broncos haven't had their best, but they've gotten wins each time. And that's why I'm hopeful that they'll be able to put together a real solid all-around game today.
You mentioned it off the top, but the San Diego State coming up game on Tuesday. You know, San Diego State plays New Mexico tonight. Huge game that we'll be following. I mean, are they too good? Is this too important of a game to look past, or is there any worry about a trap game here?
No, I don't think there's really any trap games anymore with how the NCAA does the selection. I mean, you have a committee that selects, but they look at the numbers really heavily. So I don't think there's really any trap games anymore, because you know that if you lose this game, then Tuesday doesn't really quite mean as much, especially if San Diego State beats New Mexico tonight. So trap game, definitely not. I think the team is locked in. They're ready to roll, and they're wearing their black unis, which look sharp.
Yeah, final thing. What are your keys to the game for Boise State tonight?
I think defensively, you have to stop Omari Moore. Averages 20 points a game in conference. Nobody else averages double digits. So you make those other players do something they're very uncomfortable with, and that's scoring a bunch of points. And then offensively, I think you can get some threes up against this team. It's going to be a little hard to score in the paint with the 6'11" Diallo inside roaming around, but I think there's going to be some looks from outside. And heck, there was some guys who got rid of all their misses against New Mexico, so they're due to knock down some threes.
Max Rice, right in front of us, had 30 points last game. Who's your player to click real quick tonight?
I think Abo. I'm going to go Abo.
He's due.
He's due, and that's really, I mean, sometimes your best theory is the due theory. You just got to go with the guy who is better than he's played the last few games, and I think Abo's going to have a big one.
Hey, appreciate your time. We'll be listening in about 10 minutes. You and Bob, 670 KBOI with the pregame show, and as I say every time, it's only on Mountain West Network. No offense to them, but turn down the sound. Turn up Bob and Abe on 670,
right,
and it'll be a much better experience.
I like it.
Appreciate you, man.
BJ.
Thanks a lot. There he is, Abe Jackson. You can hear him and Bob Beeler coming up In about 10 minutes on the pregame show, top of the hour for the broadcast, Boise State and San Jose State. Let us know who you got, your player to click, your player to watch. Lithia Florida Boise pregame show, BroncoNationNews.com. Huge game for Boise State tonight. Let us know where you're watching from, your score predictions, and what you got, your thoughts on tonight's game. Again, Bronco Nation News, proud to be the only local media outlet. Now, you got Bob and Abe, of course. Bob's with KTIK. But other than that, the only local media outlet making the trip to San Jose for this game is Bronco Nation News. So we'd love to have you subscribe, $6.99 a month, $70 for a full year. We'd love to have you jump in with a subscription to support our efforts at Bronco Nation News. And again, we're the proud and happy to be the only local media outlet that made the investment to travel to tonight's game. So you may see other folks tweeting about today's game, but we're the only ones that are actually at today's game here at the event center in San Jose. And it really is hard to underestimate or overestimate, I guess, the importance of today's game. I mean, again, Boise State has owned San Jose for so many years. They've won 11 straight against San Jose, 38-3 the last 41 times they've played. But as I said, San Jose State comes in at 16-12. They're 7-8 in the Mountain West, much better than they've been in previous years. One of the best San Jose State teams in decades. And you have, a couple hundred fans here. It's not a big crowd. It's not an environment. It's empty. It really is a unique experience to be here at the event center in San Jose. So, again, if you're on the fence, hopefully you'll look around and realize that we're the only ones that are here. And we would love to have your support and a subscription to Bronco Nation News. We got a lot to get to. Again, we want to hear your comments, your thoughts on this one, where are you watching the game from, all that great stuff. We'd love to hear from you. Plenty to get to here on the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. We are broadcasting from the Cutwater Spirits mobile studios. We're on the road in San Jose, California. Cutwater Spirits, more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails. Let them do the work for you. It's already pre-mixed, pre-made, ready to go. You can get a couple, 2 for $7, in fact, at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Spirits, we appreciate their support. If you're looking to do some interior painting of your home, how about this? RowPaint.com, our title sponsor, is giving you 15% off. 15% off the interior painting of your home using the promo code BNN15. Again, BNN15 is the promo code at RowPaint.com. Lithia Florida Boise, and again, you see some of Boise State's players going through warm-ups here on the court. Lithia Florida Boise, they will buy your used vehicle. Even if you do not buy from them, they will buy your used vehicle. So it's pretty incredible. Most people want to do a trade. Well, they will take your trade, of course. You can do what the Raines family did. Look at that happy family there. Lithia Florida Boise, we purchased an F-150 from them. Couldn't have been happier. But if you don't want to purchase from them, they will still take your trade. LithiaFordBoise.com. You can get more information. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Check them out, ICCU.com. The easiest mobile e-branch online banking, ICCU.com. You can do it over 500,000 Idahoans have done of late and make the switch to Idaho Central Credit Union. You see the court here, Boise State leaving the court. And again, this is a, not to take light of it, but it's a glorified high school, small college gymnasium. Not anything Boise State is used to doing at all when it comes to where they play these games. So you can see the arena here. I'll turn it a little bit, but, there's no upper deck. There's no third level like at Extra Mile Arena. This is a one-level show, just like it would be at a College of Idaho or a NNU in the Treasure Valley. At this end down here, if I continue the camera going, you just have, like your high school gymnasium, just the seats there. There's the band getting ready. You got a nice little scoreboard at the end, but, you literally have the pull-out bleachers as if you were in a high school gym. The other end, they do have some seated, they got some banners, some things, or some seats down there, but this gym only seats, 3,000 or 4,000 people. So it's called the Event Center, aptly named because they have events here, San Jose State University. And again, it's a huge game for Boise State. We appreciate you guys for checking us out. We're going to get to some of your comments here, your thoughts. What are your score predictions? What are your thoughts on today's game? And I guess the most important one is my son Naismith starting us off. Boise State will win by 10. Naismith Raines predicting Boise State will win by 10 today. So we will see if that ends up being good. Denise likes the black uniforms. Go Broncos, watching from Mexico. How about that? Tom Mavenkamp, we appreciate you, but I hate to say it, man, but what are you doing? Get out to the beach. Hopefully you have a drink in your hand and you're watching this, from the beach. But get out to the pool, get out to the beach, grab another drink, Tom. We appreciate you watching us, but I would much rather be enjoying Mexico than watching the YouTube stream here. Bronco Nation updates. It's Milner time. Take care of the ball, shoot the threes. Let's go Broncos, says Patsy and Peter Olson. Hunter Chapman, my fortune cookie today had the lucky numbers 10 and 23. Shave and Najee about to go off. Nate says, chance of being ranked in the AP poll going into Tuesday's game. I think there's a chance. I certainly think there's a chance. If Boise State is able to win today's game, and especially if they could win rather convincingly, you just beat New Mexico the other day. They were already getting some points in the poll last week. I don't quite know if it'll be enough, but I do think Boise State will get close to the top 25 with a win today. Bill's asking if the bad weather is scaring fans away. I'll tell you what, it was one of the bumpier flights I've been on in a long time. The last 45 minutes or so this morning flying into San Jose was quite the experience. I'm not a fan of roller coasters. I can take the bumps, but when you're doing the shifting back and forth and the quick drops, I'm not exactly a huge fan of that. So it was one of the bumpier flights I've been on in a long time. But with that said, the sun is now out here in San Jose, so I don't think the weather is the reason that there's not very many people here. It's a very nice day, and at least right now. Maybe it wasn't a couple hours ago, but we made it, and we're here safely thanks to Idaho Central Credit Union. They sponsor our road trip coverage. We appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union, again, ICCU.com, for sponsoring and helping Bronco Nation News get on the road. And again, the only local media outlet to make the trip here to San Jose for today's game. And I don't say that I guess I kind of do want to pat ourselves on the back. I kind of do, not trying to be too arrogant about it, but you've got Bob and Abe on the broadcast, KTIK, KBOI. But other than that, I mean, we're the only outlet that made the investment to be here. So I am going to go ahead and toot our own horn. Hopefully you'll consider a subscription. Nobody else, in terms of the local media, thought of it to be important enough to be here, but Bronco Nation News is here. Hopefully you'll consider a $6.99 a month subscription or $70 for the whole year. We'd love to have you. A full year, you get exclusive daily newsletters, recruiting coverage, exclusive stories and content. And we'd love to have you. You can subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. Nate Staley coming in, 82-71 is his prediction for Boise State. Hunter Chapman, 75-68. 72-66, Ryan McCollum. We got 70-58. Watching from Charleston, South Carolina. Appreciate you guys. 78-69, Chad has BSU. Logan says if we don't score more than 70, we won't win based on the points that San Jose State typically scores. 73-58 for Greg Myers. Kurt Blake, you said it, not me, Kurt, but KTIK is here. I'll just say that with Bob Bueller for the radio. 85-66 is Kurt Blake's projection. Again, you can see the Event Center. I guess technically it's called the Provident Credit Union Event Center here at San Jose State University. And again, we're 28 minutes from tip-off. Not much of a crowd, but Bronco Nation News happy, proud to be on location as you see San Jose State starting to take the court for warm-ups on the right side of your screen. 75-54 is Bob Davis's prediction. We're waiting for Boise State to take the court. You can see San Jose State on the court behind us. Again, give us your score predictions. Give us your thoughts. Who's your Matt Bauscher Real Estate Player of the Game? Who you got going off tonight for Boise State? Where are you watching from? We got Charleston, South Carolina. Do we have anybody further than that? We'd love to hear the shout-outs and give you a shout-out. And again, give us your player to watch, your score predictions, where you're watching from. We got over 100 of you watching right now. Let us know where you're watching from and give us your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments on the game, we would love to get to those as well. But I do want to thank a couple of our sponsors, transcomservice.com. If you're looking for a new job, how about Transportation Compliance Service? They can help you every step of the way to get into the trucking industry. And I'm talking the big rig on your screen, the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, you name it, the UPS store, truck in your neighborhood, you name it. TCS can help you get the permits and things to get you out there towing that first load in no time. Check them out, 866-813-7620 online, Transcom Service. You looking for Boise State gear? The blueandorange.store.com has you. The blueandorange.store.com. Free shipping if you make an online order of at least $40. That's right, free shipping with an online order of at least $40 at the blueandorange.store.com. You can also, as you see in the upper right portion of your screen, the Blue and Orange Store, the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall. Check them out in person. They got the NIL shirts, Shaver, Degenhardt, all the players, all the coaches, sideline apparel. The Blue and Orange Store.com. Ridley's Family Markets. Go download the Ridley's app. Shop Ridley's.com. You can find one of the 13 Idaho locations that's near you. Ridley's Family Markets has the great app, the new app. Go download the Ridley's app. Ridley's Family Markets, the app in your Apple Store on your phone. And again, 13 Idaho locations. They've got some exclusive savings for folks that download the app. Shop Ridley's.com. Hey, you going to Vegas for the conference tournament? Come join us. Circa Resort and Casino, Wednesday night, March 8th, 7 to 9. Come join us at Circa. We're really looking forward to this. We'll be teaming up with the Blue Collar Club. We got some stuff to give away, but it's mostly just going to be hanging out, having a drink. Would love to meet you guys. Come check out Circa. As I said, we'll have a raffle, some giveaways, but just meet some other Boise State fans, hang out, and get ready for Boise State playing on Thursday, March 9th. But March 8th, 7 to 9 p.m., come join us, hang out at Circa Resort and Casino. And if you're looking for a room, I can hook you up, by the way, at the D Las Vegas, right across from Circa. We can hook you up with a great rate. But please make plans to join us and join other fans Wednesday, March 8th, the night before Boise State plays in the Mountain West Tournament, 7 to 9 p.m. We'd love to have you at Circa Resort and Casino. Got a lot of folks on Facebook and social media and Twitter. Download our YouTube, or go to our YouTube channel and please subscribe. YouTube.com/Bronco Nation News. We'd love to have you on there. YouTube.com/Bronco Nation News. If you're watching on Twitter or Facebook, please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're trying to build up the YouTube channel. Again, YouTube.com/Bronco Nation News. You can see both teams now on the floor. 25 minutes from tip-off. This is our location here, courtside. They got the literally a card table set up for the media here on Press Row. We're right here about even with the basket on the right side of the court. We'll be right across from the Boise State bench for tonight's game. And again, appreciate all you guys for checking us out. You can see, at least here on the end, not much of a crowd behind us. My name is BJ Rains. Appreciate you guys for checking us out. The Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. We appreciate Lithia Ford of Boise. They got the NIL deals with Paige Barsh, the volleyball player, Riley Smith from the football team. And again, the Rains family. So happy we purchased our F-150 from Lithia Ford of Boise. And you can too, LithiaFordBoise.com. Hard to say how big of it's hard to quantify how big of a game this is for Boise State. Should they win this game? Yes. But guess what? The Vegas point spread, which is usually pretty close, has Boise State favored by 3 points. That's right. 3 points is all Vegas expects Boise State to win this game by today. So it's a very, very sneaky, tricky game. As soon as this game ends, you can flip over, I believe, CBS Sports Network, New Mexico, and San Diego State. And again, here is what's on the line. If Boise State wins and San Diego State loses, first place, and not only first place, but a share of the Mountain West title will be on the line at Extra Mile Arena on Tuesday night. San Diego State coming to town. The game is almost sold out. It's going to sell out. If you don't have tickets yet, go ahead and grab them. You better do it while you can. Tuesday night at Extra Mile Arena could be a scenario where the Mountain West Championship trophy, a la the Stanley Cup, is in the building. And you could have, I don't know if they'll have the security guards with the white gloves carrying it out or not like the Stanley Cup, but certainly whoever wins Tuesday night could clinch a share of the Mountain West title if things go according to form tonight. So a huge game for Boise State. They got to take care of business first. And again, it's a sneaky San Jose State team, one of the best players in the league, Amari Moore, number 4 in the Mountain West in scoring. They got Diallo, the big guy in the middle, is a quality big man as well. So, very tricky, sneaky game for Boise State. But if they're able to win this game, we turn our attention to New Mexico, San Diego State, and then see what happens there. And then Tuesday night, senior night at Extra Mile Arena. Greg, Mountain West Network, yes. Go if you don't have it already, go download the Mountain West app. It's in your app store on Roku and most of the smart TVs. The Mountain West Network app. Go on Roku, go on your smart TV, search for the Mountain West Network app. Download it now. Be ready. If you're on your laptop, you can just go to themw.com. That's right, themw.com. You can watch it that way. Hunter saying San Jose State has been hot lately. Yes, they have. Bill saying only 3.5-point favorites. Bill is watching from Fountain Valley, California. We got our friend Nate Staley watching down in Austin, Texas. Greg Myers going with Tyson Degenhardt for his Boucher Real Estate Player of the Game tonight. We got Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate you guys checking in. 74-62 is the prediction there. Our friend Dayton Robinson does our taxes at Bronco Nation News. So go ahead and jump in if you're looking for somebody to do your taxes before the deadline comes up. Hit up our man Dayton Robinson. He's a great Boise State fan. Does a great job with our Bronco Nation News taxes. He's got 72-58, 14-point win. Bill's got 78-62. Watching from Peru. Bill might win the award for furthest watching the game today from Macanga, Peru. Congratulations, Bill. Player of the game, he's going Najee Smith. 78-62. Bill watching from Peru. Appreciate you, Bill. Dan Baldwin's got he's in Blackfoot, Idaho. He's got 71-70. 1-point win for Boise State is what he's got. Kurt's got talking about the new trading cards. Those were pretty cool. Boise State debuting the new trading cards. Boise State, all athletes are available for trading cards. Volleyball, soccer, you name it. Boise State has got them. And again, NIL trading cards are available at your local Jacksons. Grand Tetons is a little nervous. No score prediction, just win. Logan Byler agrees. Hunter said it's going to be a good game for sure. Grand Tetons, classic trap game for Boise State. Let's see here. We got Ryan saying if San Diego State and Boise both win tonight and then Boise State beats San Diego State, is there a share of the championship? Not yet. If both Boise State and San Diego State win tonight, Boise State would still be one game back of first place. They would go into the game against San Diego State on Tuesday, one game back. If Boise State were able to beat San Diego State on Tuesday, the teams would be tied, but they would both still have one game left. Boise State goes to Logan, Utah next week. San Diego State is at home to finish up against Colorado State. So, yes, there is a scenario where Boise State can clinch the Mountain West Championship, at least a share, even if San Diego State wins tonight. But you would have to. That means Boise State would have to win on the road in Logan, Utah next week, which is certainly asking a lot. So if you're Boise State, win tonight and hope San Diego State loses to New Mexico, and you're in a much better spot. Our friend Lisa Kirk Gardner, appreciate you, Lisa, for checking in. She's going 79-70, so she's got the 9-point win for Boise State in this one. Jonathan's got 69-64. Jonathan's got 69-64. Again, we're about 19 minutes from tip in this one. We'll take your score predictions. We'll take your thoughts. Your Matt Boucher Real Estate Player of the Game. Give us some bold prediction. Who's going off for 30 tonight? Who's going to have a double-double? How you feeling about this game? Again, Bronco Nation News. This is the Bronco Nation News Lithia Florida Boise postgame show. We're here at the Event Center in San Jose, California. And again, Bronco Nation News, the only local media outlet that made the trip and made the investment to come to this game today. So if you're on the fence and you're a Boise State fan, we'd love to have you support us with a subscription. $6.99 a month, $70 for a full year. And yes, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, this is a free service, a free show to you. But you'll help us out and allow us to continue to do these trips. And if you do subscribe, there's a lot of great member benefits, including a daily email, exclusive BNN After Dark shows, some other things. We'd love to have you. Do want to give a quick plug for the Bronco Nation News Golf Tournament. We are now open for registration. June 2nd is the date. You can go to bronconationnews.com/golf. bronconationnews.com/golf. Get more information. We'll take your payment via Venmo, via the P.O. box that we have listed on the website, or we can bill you via QuickBooks. We sold out last year 32 foursomes. We've already sold out 50% in 3 days of this year's tournament. So we'd love to have you jump in. Some of your favorite local coaches. I think there's a chance Leon Rice makes an appearance, Mike Burns, Tim Duryea, some of your basketball coaches. Some, maybe Justin Schultz, the softball coach, Kalen Downs, the women's golf coach, maybe even Tyson Degenhardt. I think we're going to have some donuts from Pastry Perfection. And who knows, maybe Tyson Degenhardt makes an appearance and plays in the tournament. Some hints of some announcements we have to come here in the near future. But sign up now, Timberstone Golf Course, June 2nd, Bronco Nation News. Hey, a couple more sponsors we want to thank real quick, and then we'll get you back to a live look at warm-ups. United Commercial Insurance, 229-822. They can make business insurance easy. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. At United Commercial Insurance, they make business insurance easy. So if you're a business owner, which I know a lot of you are, save hundreds of dollars with a quick call, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. Boise Dentistry Co. Check them out if you're looking for a new dentist. Even if you think you're happy with your dentist, I highly recommend making the switch. Dr. Miner and his staff do a tremendous job. You got my kiddos there on the screen smiling. BoiseDentistryCo.com. 5 locations across the Treasure Valley. Full family dentistry. And again, you can get more information at BoiseDentistryCo.com. I mentioned Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. The number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher. Check him out, BauscherRealEstate.com. 243-8222, BauscherRealEstate.com. Let Matt Bauscher and his team take care of you. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. San Jose State is warming up right in front of me. You got Boise State at the other end. Again, we'll have a post-game show. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker post-game show because I do have a flight to try to catch tonight back to Boise. But we will have Leon Rice joining us live, a player or two joining us live. So hopefully for your sake, Boise State fans, the Broncos can get this win. And then as soon as the game is over, flip over within 5 minutes because we're going to start pretty quick. As soon as the game ends, head to the Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. We'll be live with the post-game show. We'll have Coach Leon Rice live, and again, an exclusive interview. You may hear Bob Beeler and Abe Jackson. They'll have Coach Rice on the radio. The only other interview Leon Rice is doing after this game is right here with Bronco Nation News. So you'll hear a lot of people tweeting about today's game. You'll see a lot of tweets, a lot of comments from local media members, but the only one actually here at the game is Bronco Nation News. So make sure you follow us on Twitter, BNN Bronco Nation, on Instagram, on YouTube. Again, youtube.com/Bronco Nation News. We'd love to have you on there. My personal Twitter account, Bronco Nation News. Just caught a ball, by the way. I should have shot it. They just threw a wild pass that I caught. I should have let it fly and tried to shoot it in the San Jose State basket there, but I decided to let it go. But we got record viewership for a pregame show. We appreciate everybody for checking us out. Again, we'll take your comments. We got to stop in a second for the national anthem here. We'll keep this going while people are on here. Let's see here. John saying, let's go Broncos. Logan says no score prediction, but I'll take 25 for Tyson Degenhardt. If Tyson Degenhardt scores 25 tonight, I think Boise State's in pretty good shape. I'll say that. Jen Walters, 80-65 Broncos. Max goes for 27, according to Kurt. That'd be something if he goes 31 game, 27 in the next. Chase Love, 62-48. Deggy with the double-double and a Deggy dozen. Deggy's going off tonight. Max going for 50. Jonathan, if Max Rice scores 50, I'll give you a free subscription for life to Bronco Nation News. How about that? If Max Rice scores 50 points tonight, I will give Jonathan Nelson a BNN subscription for life. That would be something. Deggy double dozen, according to Hunter. My wife's got Deggy going off. Nate Staley calling it. Back-to-back 30-point games for Max Rice. That certainly would be something. BSU is going to win 72-68. Max Rice scoring 30 again. A lot of you guys are really confident in Max Rice here. See if RJ Keene can come on the show. He's now healthy enough that he's actually out there shooting. So Max Rice, RJ Keene is now healthy enough to participate in the shoot-around. So he's out there warming up, and we were unable to get him on the show, unfortunately. Michael's got 73-63. Grand Tetons, Degenhardt going to have a good game. Watch out for Diallo. Yeah, on the interior, Diallo is certainly a little bit of a scary presence for San Jose State. If you remember, last time these two teams played, Diallo had a couple of big dunks. Ibrahima Diallo, number 5, the 7-foot center from Senegal, transfer from Ohio State. The last time these two teams played, he just killed it on the interior, had a couple of huge dunks back-to-back. So, yes, watch out for, again, number 5, Ibrahima Diallo, the 7-foot center, the transfer from Ohio State. Will be tough for Boise State. I know you literally said it, but when is the golf tournament? June 2nd. June 2nd is the golf tournament. And again, we'd love to have you. June 2nd. Subscribe. We'll take you as a foursome. We'll take you as an individual. You get breakfast. You get lunch. We're helping benefit the Idaho Youth Sports Commission. We'd love to have you. We would love to have you June 2nd. We're trying to sell this thing out as soon as possible out at Timberstone Golf Course. Sarah is also watching from Mexico. We got 2 folks watching from Mexico. Sarah, appreciate you a lot. Carson Gardner, our friend, going for Abo for 23. Abo for 23. Lisa Kirk Gardner says Rice is going for 23. Here come the officials. And I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I guess I should wait till they walk off. This is probably a C officiating crew, just to be honest with you. A C officiating crew. When your lead official, Sean Lehigh, is your head referee, he's okay if he's the third, but when Sean Lehigh and Randy Heinerman are your first 2 officials, they're okay, but nothing special. Just keep that in mind for tonight's game when you have issues with the officials. There's 100-plus games today. There are much bigger games out there than Boise State, San Jose State, so most of the better officials are headed to the Pac-12 or other games around the country. Derek's got 69-64. Everybody click on that thumbs up on the YouTube feed. Yes, please do. Subscribe. Go subscribe on the YouTube channel. Subscribe on down at the bottom of the screen. You can like it. You can click subscribe. It's free. It's easy. We'd love to have you. And again, $6.99 a month, $70 for the whole year. We'd love to have you subscribe to the site as well, BroncoNationNews.com. Now, Chad, I'm going to throw it in there for Chad, too. Chad's got Milner. Now, is that 4 or 5 points, or is that 45? Because if Lucas Milner goes for 45 points, Chad Bocut's getting a lifetime subscription to Bronco Nation News. I'm going to guess if Lucas Milner goes for 45, Boise State wins the game. But I don't know if maybe he meant 4 or 5. But if Lucas Milner scores 45, you get a lifetime subscription to Bronco Nation News. Jordan's got watching from the DRC, Max Rice with 22. 3 rebounds and 4 assists. He has the script for the game. Well, Jordan, what's the final score then? Because he's got 22 points, 3 assists, 4 assists. Or 3 rebounds, 4 assists for Max Rice. Ronald Thompson-Dorn, go Broncos. And again, we appreciate everybody for checking us out. Again, if you're going to Las Vegas, join us. Circa Resort and Casino, Wednesday, March 8th. We'll have some giveaways, a raffle, drink discounts. Meet some other Boise State fans. Meet some fans from the YouTube chat here. We'd love to see you down there. Overhang Bar on the second floor. Overhang Bar on the second floor. Circa Resort and Casino, March 8th from 7 to 9 p.m. Thank you to Cutwater Spirits. We're broadcasting from the mobile studios. Cutwater Spirits, more than 30 flavors, premix premium cocktails. Pick it up at your local gas station or grocery store. Rowpaint.com. Again, schedule now for the concrete coatings for your basement, your garage, your back patio. They are scheduling them now for the spring. ROEpaint.com. It's transformational. It will change the look of your concrete patio. Get more information. Book it at ROEpaint.com. Lithia Ford of Boise. Again, they want to trade in and trade up. You can do what the Raines family did. Purchase a vehicle from them. But if for some reason you don't like the vehicles they have, they will give you a cash offer on the spot for your vehicle. And you can do that at Lithia Ford of Boise.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Their mobile e-branch online banking, so easy to use. Make the switch today, ICCU.com, Idaho Central Credit Union. You looking for a job? Transcomservice.com, Transportation Compliance Service can help you every step of the way in the trucking industry and get you out there towing that first load in no time. Again, a new dentist, BoiseDentistryCo.com. 5 locations across the Treasure Valley. Check them out, BoiseDentistryCo.com. United Commercial Insurance. Both teams have retreated to the locker room, so there's not much to see on the screen right now. 229-8222. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. Check them out, United Commercial Insurance. Ridley's at Family Markets, shopridleys.com. 13 locations in the state of Idaho. Check them out, Ridley's at Family Markets. The Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com, offering free shipping any order over $40. That's right, any order over $40 gets you free shipping at theblueandorangestore.com. You can go to the second story there at the Boise Town Square Mall as well. And I mentioned Matt Bauscher after the game. We'll pick that Bauscher Real Estate player of the game, BauscherRealEstate.com. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher and his team. Check them out, BauscherRealEstate.com. And our friends out at Timberstone Golf Course, play at Timberstone.com. You can book a tee time, book a private lesson with Tad Holloway and the crew out there. And again, they're hosting the 2nd annual Bronco Nation News Golf Classic. We'd love to have you on June 2nd. Don't wait. We're going to sell out Get your foursome together and register today. BroncoNationNews.com/golf. Going to wrap this thing up here pretty soon. We got some more comments coming in, though. We'll go over and check those out. RJ Keene going in for 1 minute of play, worthy of a lifetime subscription. Yes, that's another one. RJ Keene is not going in the game today. If RJ Keene goes in the game, that means he ruins his red shirt. That ain't happening. So I'll take that bet. If RJ Keene gets 1 second of play, I'll give you a lifetime subscription. Jordan's got 72-64, 61-58 from Wendy. The officials finished a soccer game. This should be a hoot. Yeah, one of the officials, Sean Lehigh, was the main ref in the UNLV game last night. Actually, he was the third ref in the UNLV game. Hunter wants to throw out a crazy prediction for a chance at a lifetime subscription. We'd love to have you. As Michael says, might be tough with no energy here. I'm not kidding. There's probably maybe 100, maybe 150 fans. I mean, let's put it back on here. I mean, the game starts in 6 minutes, and that's your crowd. 6 minutes, and that's your crowd. So not much of a crowd here. You got to make your own energy. And very big game for Boise State. Again, a lot on the line. If Boise State can find a way to win, and you see the Broncos taking the court here, if Boise State can find a way to win, they're going to set up a chance to at least move into a first-place tie at the worst on senior night against San Diego State. And if New Mexico can take care of business tonight, then all of a sudden Boise State would have a chance to potentially cut down the nets, clinch a share of that Mountain West title on Tuesday night against San Diego State. We appreciate everybody for checking us out. Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from the Event Center here in San Jose. Rowpaint.com, Idaho Central Credit Union, all of our great sponsors. Thank you so much. And again, you won't find coverage like this anywhere else. Bob and Abe over there across the dial getting ready on 670 KBY on the radio. But that's it. Bob, Abe, and myself are the only three that made the trip. So you may read about the game, you may read some tweets, but nobody else is here. We hope you'll consider subscribing and taking care of us and helping us with our efforts here at BroncoNationNews.com. So enjoy the game. And again, we're going to have a quicker post-game show because I got a flight to catch. But as soon as the game ends, flip over to the YouTube channel. We'll have Coach Leon Rice. We'll have a player or two. Hopefully it's a positive, happy post-game show for Boise State. How in the hell can Tim Miles recruit to that place? Why don't they have anyone show up? Probably worst fans in the Mountain West. Yeah, we're 5 minutes, and I got to get off here because we got the national anthem, we got the time, and I got to be off 15 minutes before tip, so I've got about 1 minute here before I break Mountain West rules. But is the Duck getting on the post-game show? I don't even see the Duck here. Sean Lehigh, Randy Hunter, we got the A crew here as the referees walk by. Had to say that as they walked by, give them some love. They were all dapping me up. But big one for Boise State. Coaches making their way onto the court. 5 minutes from tip-off. We got the national anthem, starting lineups. Flip over to the Mountain West Network. And again, after the game, come on back right here on the Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. We'll be back after the game on the BroncoNationNews.com post-game show. Lithia Ford of Boise. We'll have Coach Rice and some players, exclusive interviews after the game. So a lot on the line. We appreciate you guys for checking us out. Enjoy the game. Boise State, San Jose State coming up here in a matter of moments on the Mountain West Network. We'll talk to you right after the game on the Lithia Ford of Boise post-game show. This has been the Idaho Central Credit Union, Rowpaint.com, Lithia Ford of Boise, BroncoNationNews.com pregame show. Enjoy the game on the Mountain West Network, and we'll talk to you after the game. Bronco Nation News, Bronco Nation